Yeah, we're doing that.
New guys. All right, go first off. All right, it is 8 o'clock. Everybody go ahead and mute your mic. It is that time.
Mute our mic, right?
No, mute your mic, please. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this week's boardroom meeting. It is August 23rd. It is 8 p.m. Let's get this rolling. I guess we could flap around a little bit while we're waiting for people to show up. Good turnout so far. Dave, go ahead and mute, please.
I am. I'm muting on my headset.
A little bit while we're waiting for people to show up. Don't make me go in there. You know I will.
You don't understand. It's a thing.
It's a thing. Hold the line, Dave. Come on. Mute your mic. Here, I'll help. There you go. See, I helped. Okay. I'll unmute him here in a minute. Anyway, all right, let's get rolling here. So, PAX West is next week, which is insane. Let me mute 3 places for you. It's all good. We're all friends here. It's all good. PAX West is next week, and the entirety of the staff will be there in Seattle. Oddly enough, we will go ahead and be there on Wednesday afternoon, which I honestly did not realize until Sketch happened to say something yesterday about flights going out Wednesday morning. It's like, wait, why are we leaving Wednesday? The event doesn't start till Friday. So we will be all in Seattle, hovering around a couple of laptops, probably doing this meeting again. It'll be interesting, probably a little discombobulated, but it'll get done. So we will continue. I enjoy having this staff meeting every week, and I enjoy making sure that we continue to. I would rather people not think about, are we having a meeting this week or not? It should be a rarity that we close this thing down. And off the top of my head, we've only turned off a few of these where it's like, look, we can't do this tonight, or everybody's in travel or something. But anyway, so yeah, same time next week, we'll be doing this again, probably from the Airbnbs, plural, that we will be at, which will be another interesting situation which we're dealing with. Anyway, that will be a blast. That is from Wednesday next week all the way to Monday evening, Tuesday. So almost a full week in Seattle. So yeah, gear up. Everybody in the tri-state area that are coming out, we've got all our badges squared away. We're good to go. It's just we're getting excited, and that is what we're kind of focusing on for the next week or so. It appears this afternoon we got the final disbursement from Telltale's Humble Bundle today. So it looks like between what we got instantly after the thing closed down, I think, and I could be wrong, they've changed how they do disbursements for the Humble Bundles. It used to be this weird, they'd send you a check and you'd get some paperwork and get all this stuff, and now it's just a PayPal notification. Oh, by the way, you just got tens of thousands of dollars in your PayPal account. It's like, whoa, okay. So we've had that happen a couple times now. It looks like Telltale, when all is said and done, will be just shy of $100,000 into the bank for us. So that will keep the home fires burning for quite some time. On top of that, we got our matching donation that was promised to us from Palmer Luckey from Oculus just this week. So there is another $100,000. So it's been an extremely good week for StackUp as far as cash in the bank. That said, call orange time. That doesn't mean we have to keep the home fires burning, and it is not because we absolutely need the money right now, which is weird to say. Just like having these meetings every week. Yes, thank you, Games. Thank you, Cuddles. That's perfect. Just like having these meetings each week, us continuing to have fundraising events to continue to remind people that we do fundraising events on a regular basis and that they can get involved, and this is how they can help out the troops through our organization. Right now, we're a $500,000 organization coming up to $1 million organization, but the conversation has been, the question has been brought to us by some of our advisors, where the question really comes down to, if somebody came to you and gave you $1 million, what would you do with it? And it literally was like, okay, you can only scale the programs that we have up so high. You can only send air assaults to Gamescom or PAX Australia, fly the whole step. Like, it just gets creatively, uses of money. It's kind of a Brewster's Million situation for those of you who know what that movie is. where it's like, you have all this money to worry about. So obviously, as we continue to fundraise, we're going to have to continue to grow our programs out and continue to grow how we do things around here. So we're looking real good in the bank account right now, but obviously the focus is coming up. We're 75 days away from Call to Arms in November, which is Veterans Day. Some of the events we have coming up around Call to Arms that may or may not affect the bottom line at the end of the day, but we have an event. Well, I'll skip that one and come back to it. There's an event that is happening called the Global Game Jam, and that is September 21st through the 24th. We have enlisted the Crashly Twins and Crash Fam to join up and help out. Global Game Jam is doing this One Gamer Fund that is happening right now, where it's us, it's Able Gamers, it's Child's Play, it's Extra Life, it's all the charities you know and love in the games industry. Mexi, now go ahead and mute, please. And what ends up happening is everybody is going to field a team of champions, so to speak, stream teams. They're going to fundraise. All the money is going to go into a pot, and then the pot's going to get distributed as it, hold on, let me go ahead and take care of this. Boop. Oh, he just did. Never mind. But anyway, so yeah, that's getting split 8 or 9 ways, but our piece of that, we are using the Crashly Twins and Crash Fam. It's kind of an altar onto the sacrificial altar of this large event. Hopefully we get more money than we put into it, is really what it comes down to. Crash Fam's no joke. They've got some pretty solid streamers. It'll be a 3-day event that's happening, and they're starting to put some people against it. So we should get some good bodies against it. We're fundraising up against things like Extra Life and Child's Play, who can they have licenses to print money when it comes to fundraisers. So we had to sacrifice up a pretty good team for our own Call to Arms with the hopes that they will go ahead and multiply that number through this One Gamer Fund initiative. Now, hopefully, it's a weird stalemate that we have going on, because nobody wants to put all their money in the pot, because then it's just going to go to all these other charities. But nobody wants to do nothing, I imagine, because you have to look like you're putting an effort in, because everybody else said they would. It's a weird Mexican standoff. So we got that coming up. That's in September. Tripwire Interactive, the folks who have Killing Floor, Rising Storm Vietnam. They have an event. They're putting out a pretty major holiday release patch for Killing Floor 2. It's a holiday update. The usual jack-o'-lantern helmets and nonsense like that. They want to get some front page time. We have not assigned a stream team with them yet. We've got a couple in the chute as far as getting them involved, but that will be an Halloween weekend event, front page Twitch sponsorship, which we're working out the details for. Another one we're working on right now, which I did not put in my notes, but this is I don't know if this is going to happen or not, because they've gone quiet, but it turns out that there is a Friday the 13th this year. In 2017, there is a Friday the 13th, so obviously I reached out to the folks over at Friday the 13th and said, hey, to go real well, front page Twitch, Friday the 13th, we get a stream team of streamers all killing each other for funsies for the troops. They seemed interested. We're waiting to hear back, but that's one we're working on. Yeah, exactly, Colorado. So we're working that right now. And then the only other thing I've got going on right now is this Friday, and I don't even think most of the staff knows about this. It's been pretty quiet because I haven't made a big deal about it, but this Friday, August 25th, the Outpost. It's a crew led by Guardian Outpost, the Destiny streamer group. They are going to be running a 24-hour fundraiser for us. It will be on front page, but it's on the house as far as I'm concerned, because Tiny Build put us as their beneficiaries for their Humble Bundle. So this is we're scratching their backs, kind of. They scratched our backs earlier with the Humble Bundle, and we're scratching their backs now. It's a little bit of free front page time for Twitch. So But yeah, that is happening this Friday. It's just a 24-hour, nothing crazy. We're going to promote it a little bit. They're going to be fundraising, all that's good stuff. Also, for funsies, just for myself, I got my Twitter account verified. So now we have a little bit more firepower on Twitter. That blue check mark has already been the number of weird people that have followed and or been stalking my account since I got that blue check mark is pretty interesting. Like managers of talent have been following me, and it's like, calm down, buddy. This is not. I don't need a manager. That's cute though. But it is good news for the organization because I've already been talking to other individuals on Twitter who are verified who, like, I don't know if there's some sort of way to mute people who aren't verified or something, but it definitely seems like there is. So, anywho, that is what I've got for this week. Let's go to Cuddles next on. How did Cuddles get second, by the way? He's the newest guy on our team. How do we have him as second? Oh, anyway, Cuddles is alphabetic, probably. Cuddles, let's go ahead and hear what you got going on.
All right. Like Steve mentioned, well, first of all, can you guys hear me?
Sorry, yes, we can hear you.
Okay,
I can hear you.
I was going to say, I'll assume that you can. We are 79 days, 3 hours, 48 minutes, and 45 seconds as of right now to Call to Arms. Like Steve said, some really cool things have happened as of late. But Call to Arms is our big fundraiser for the year, and we want to absolutely knock it out of the park. If anybody wants to stream for Call to Arms, anybody has a channel that you guys regularly or irregularly stream on, let me know. I would love to talk to you or any streamers that you know. If you're a sub, if you're friends with a streamer, if you know somebody that runs a stream team, these are the people that I love to be speaking with. As for the Twitch channel this week, we are sitting at 67 subs. We got 134 new followers and had 16 clips created out of the last 7 days. So cool stuff going on over there. Make sure you stop by and check out twitch.tv/stackup.org. We have a wonderful collection of folks over there, and I just want to thank each and every one of them for going live every week, taking some of their time and streaming for us. Big congrats and thank you to Crypt Mode Squad. Our very own Gabe Gonzo is one of the folks that helps run this team. They have committed, made their Tiltify link, and are going to be lending us their aid in the coming Call to Arms. And also thank you to anyone and everyone else. I have probably 24, if not more, people in various forms of they've committed, and we're just getting Tiltify stuff going down, and then reaching out to many more. So I just want to thank those that are committing and coming on board. You guys are awesome. I can't wait. This is going to be a great Call to Arms. We're going to knock it out of the park. That's all I got. Sketch, what about you?
Howdy. So, I want to first share an article we had going out today. As you know, we got PAX West coming up. Steve mentioned that right around the corner. And we are bringing some awesome air assaults along with us. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to pop on and check out that article. Find the tweet over on Twitter, help share it out and everything like that. These are the veterans that are going to be coming along with us. You may have seen a couple of the guys a little nervous. We got a lieutenant colonel coming with us. Good stuff. But go check that out. And remember, when we come back from the convention, we're going to have all that post-PAX footage, and we'll have the air assault video of what the guys got into, plus a lot of game news. We're going to be talking with a lot of independent developers. We'll be talking with Ubisoft, a couple other AAA devs. So if you're looking to see what's going to be coming out this holiday season, what you're going to be looking forward to playing, make sure to keep an eye on our website and our blog there over the next few weeks or so as we come back from PAX West. I also want to remind everybody, it is the last few days to get your Destiny Community shirt. If you have not already, you can still get over there and get your Destiny Community shirt that Captain Twas designed for us. make sure to head on over there and pick that up while it's still available. There's only a few days left on that, and then it goes away. It's like, goes into the Disney vault. You'll never be able to get it again. So make sure you're picking that up. It's an awesome shirt if you're a fan of Destiny. And remember, the proceeds help Stack Up. So if you're a fan of Destiny, even if you're not a fan of Destiny, you just want a cool shirt to help Stack Up, there you go. And this is to all of you. The last thing here, to all you closet role players out there, over on the Red Shirt Raiders, we now have a tabletop channel. If you're interested in doing tabletop gaming, role-playing gaming, things like that, make sure you're checking out that channel over there. Let people know you're interested. People, if you want to DM or run a game, that's a good place to find players. We currently have our Star Trek game every Friday. We do that at 9 o'clock. We're going to be adding some other games that are going to be coming in throughout the Red Shirt community. And on top of that, I'm just going to bounce it right over there from Dave, because I know Dave's going to talk a bit about the role-playing as well.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. All right, so yeah, in talking about tabletop, I just want to second Scouts. Like, if you're a tabletop player, you're interested in becoming a tabletop player, like whatever your level of experience is, if you have an interest, like, check that channel out in Red Shirt Raiders. We want to get the conversation going there. It's something that Scatch and myself have been talking on wanting to do for quite some time, actually, and it seems like we have just enough momentum to make a go at it. So if you're into that, come over to Tabletop, let us know. Starting in about, we actually have our first session in 2 weeks, but we won't be streaming it until 3 weeks from now. So our second week, we are actually, myself and a group of veterans local to myself here in Connecticut, we're going to be doing a D&D campaign. We're calling it D&D 214. For all you veterans, you probably get the reference, but the idea is that myself and another veteran who's got some experience playing D&D, he and I are going to be leading a D&D campaign. He's going to be DMing for a group of veterans who have little to no D&D experience whatsoever. So we're going to be kind of running them through a homebrew D&D campaign, and it's all veterans. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The reason we will be streaming it, but the reason we're not going to be streaming that first week is because, again, these guys have little to no experience. So it's going to be I have a feeling that first session is going to be very boring. It's going to be very dry. It's going to be a lot of covering very basic fundamental rules for D&D as we just kind of get their feet under them. Moving forward into the following weeks, where they'll have a better understanding of how it works, and we can actually get some progression and get some cool storyline going. It's going to be a good time. I will be recording it, so if once we get a few episodes deep, if people want to go back and see what it was like the first 5e, want to see what the first session was like, I will have that recorded for posterity purposes, but I think it's going to be a pretty good time. So D&D 214 starts here in about 3 weeks. I will be reminding you guys, because I'll be looking for you guys to come out and support if possible on the Twitch stream. We also have, I believe Steven's going to be streaming this starting. Steven, are you streaming our game this Sunday?
Probably not. Again, it's going to be the same thing with you guys. I think we'll make a real concerted effort after we get back from PAX. I want to get a good running start. I mean, you saw how the first week when you, I, and Quinn were just trying to figure out Roll20.
Yep.
We got a lot better this time, and I think between this and bringing in our nurse friend, if she is able to make it in, I think we're definitely getting there. But we're getting there.
Yep. So yeah. As you may have already gathered, like Steven and I are part of a campaign with Quinn, Solobon in Discord, and a couple other friends of ours. We have already started a internet campaign that we're running. It's pretty cool. We're going to be streaming that too. So just trying to reinforce, like, this is something that we want to keep momentum going on. The games that we're currently doing won't last forever, and I would love to just have a ton of games going with different people DMing and be able to hop around and bring that fully into the Red Shirt Raiders fold. So again, go check out Tabletop, but I've kind of stayed on that long enough. On to more conventional Red Shirt Raider discussion. I have a game roster bot that I'm helping the game roster folks test. Basically what that's going to do is when one of our game night hosts posts an event in game roster, it's going to automatically post that event into the Discord channel. So I'm working on with the developers over at Game Roster to implement that into our Discord server. I think it's going to be really cool. So stand by for more info on that. In the meantime, while we're still posting our own events manually, we already have our first Destiny 2 event posted. It's Xbox One. Sage went ahead and posted that already. So if you know that you're going to be playing Destiny 2 on release day for Xbox One, get over to Game Roster, join that event so we can start getting into the habit of using Game Roster, because Destiny really is kind of the focus of what made me want to use this software anyways. Because again, going back to the Game Roster discussion, structured content is going to require some type of planning for teams. So if you're planning on playing Destiny 2 launch day, go over, join that event for Xbox One. We will be getting the PS4 platform set up as well as soon as I get with some of our PS4 game night hosts to lead that. Sage has also posted a PlanetSide 2 game night on Friday. If you're a PlanetSide 2 player, get over to Game Roster, let them know you're interested. Dauntless has been the big thing for us since the 18th. It's been 5 days now. It feels like it's been about 2 weeks. Honestly, you guys have been absolutely rabid for Dauntless. It's been super fun playing with you guys. The community is really rallying behind it, and I'm glad that you guys are really enjoying it. Make sure that if you're not playing Dauntless yet, go check it out. See if it's up your alley. We've been having a great time with it. I probably got a cumulative somewhere between 30 and 40 hours in this game between the technical alphas and now the founder alpha, and I'm not bored yet, which is kind of crazy considering I've done the first 5 or 6 monster fights in that game more times than I can remember. I got buddies hopping in. It's okay, you're just starting off. Let me stop what I'm doing and just come play through these early game fights with you. I've done that so many times now. It's still fun. It still feels like, every time I'm playing it, it hasn't lost any of its luster. So go check it out if you haven't already. We do actually, I think I have some more codes left. Don't quote me, but if it's something that you're super interested in, DM me. We could talk about it. But if you are playing Dauntless, make sure that if you haven't done so already, you add your name to the player roster that I put. It's pinned in the Dauntless channel. And for those of you who don't know, we actually have a really cool in-game item. Utsuna says if it works. He's the one person that seems to have an issue using Google Forms. So don't take his word for it. He will lead you astray. But we actually have an in-game stack-up flare. There's some screenshots floating around in the Dauntless channel. One of these guys might even drop one in here, but it's super cool. So there's a flare item in game that you use to signal to the other hunters in your party, hey, I found the beast. It's over here. And those flares have different logos, kind of like a firework. So there's all these, the game logo, a couple other generic symbols. We have one that says that's the StackUp.org logo, and it's freaking awesome. If you want one, I am starting to run low on codes for the StackUp flare. Make sure if you're a Dauntless player, you go get your name onto that player roster, which is the criteria that I've placed on you guys to get one of those flares. The reason, if you guys are curious, why I've been so intentional about getting the player roster built, and I keep harassing you guys about guild invite, all these different things, right? In case you guys who are playing don't know, we're in Founders Alpha now, but when this game goes into proper beta, I'm pretty sure it's a guarantee that we're going to see the servers reset completely, meaning you're going to lose all your progress. Historically, when they've reset during technical alphas, you would lose your friends list as well. So having that player roster is going to be that easy go-to source where if we do get reset, every player can just pull that spreadsheet and just add all of us back on there. We're not going to have to hunt each other down. We also I don't have any precedent for this because guilds weren't a thing yet back then, but we may lose the guild temporarily too, meaning I'd have to reopen the guild and send you guys invites. So that player roster is of the utmost importance. But that's kind of where we're at with Dauntless. Thanks again for everybody for being so into the game. I'm really excited that you guys love it as much as I have loved it since I've started playing. It's really fun. And of course, speaking of Dauntless, that's going to be our game tonight after the meeting. For those of you who don't have it, I'm sure it's not too much of a stretch for y'all to get some PUBG or something going. But for those of us that do have it, I want to see you guys over in Dauntless. We'll break into parties and go kill some things. And with that, I will pass the mic over to Stephanie, and I'll be here for questions when the time is right.
Greetings, peoples. Hang on. Here we go. Okay. Such a busy week. I cannot believe that in 7 days we were flying out to Seattle. And my first time on the West Coast. Yay. Got a few stack events going on between now and the 31st. Starting on the 24th in Jacksonville, Florida. Our Jacksonville stack leader will be doing a military game night at the GLHF Game Bar. Starts at 5 o'clock. So if you're in the Jacksonville area, stop by, say hello, hang out, have a couple drinks, play some games. Also tomorrow night, it's August, dang. Madden NFL is launching tomorrow, so there's going to be a Madden 18 launch and community series kickoff at the Microsoft store in Station, New York. Our Queen stack will be out doing that. Starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow night till at least midnight, I'm thinking. On the 26th, we will be stacking up at the Minnesota State Fair in St. Paul, Minnesota. Our Minneapolis, I should say, stack will be going out there starting at 4 o'clock on Saturday. Also on Saturday in Atlanta Bar Citizen, a Star Citizen event at the Battle and Brew in Sandy Springs from 6 to 10. On the 28th of August, we have Queens again, starting at 8 o'clock with Movies Under the Stars at Cunningham Park. And on the 31st, and this is kind of a big thing because I've been planning this for months, day before PAX, we are going to be doing a Stack Up meetup at the Post Dock Brewing Company in Redmond. Our aerosols will be attending a private tour of the brewery where they made our special Stack Up beer back in May. Afterwards, we're going to hang out, have a couple of drinks, have some food. The meetup will run from 4:30 to 7:30. So if you guys are going to PAX, please come out to the Post Dock and hang out with us and meet our aerosols. Stack leads, our supplies, your supplies, I should say, not ours, yours, are still being mailed out. You know, there's a lot of you and I'm only a person, so I'm doing as much as I can, as often as I can. So if you've not received anything yet, you are on my list and we'll be getting something soon. Also remember to please do your pre and post event reporting in a timely fashion so that we've been getting a lot of last minute entries lately, and we like to make sure that you guys are supported properly. So please remember that 7 to 10 day window when you submit your events. And then this Saturday at 7:30 sharp, we will be having in the Stack Leadership Discord a meeting. All Stack leaders are expected to attend regardless of if you are streaming or not. Cuddles will be on hand to discuss streaming things and call to arms for Veterans Day. And those of you who will not be streaming, we're going to be bouncing around and brainstorming some ideas about what kinds of fundraisers we can do, live fundraisers in person, those kind, you know, the kind where you have to leave your house. So we'll see you Saturday, and that's all I have. Boss man, back.
All right, thank you, everybody. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is the part of the meeting where we go ahead and unmute your mics, and you let us know if you got something you want to talk about, something going on in your neck of the woods, something that you want to say to the group, questions, comments, concerns, you know, ideas on how we could be doing things better. Absolutely anything you got on your mind. So go ahead and unmute your mic and let's hear it.
I got a thing.
Go ahead, Jenner.
All right. The write-up for the Earthfall charity event for the veteran we had our stuff sent to.
Okay.
So where's that one?
Are you still waiting on a write-up?
Yeah, we're still. My guys are still waiting on that.
Get with Sketch. That probably should have got up a while ago. I think we just never followed up with you on that.
Yeah,
Sketch, can you get with Jenner? I sent him a picture of the supply crate that went out in their name, and I said, please don't post it. Kind of what we did with the Crashleys. Don't post this to this. No. His is already done. I think. Just if you could have Jenner get with you. Oh shit! Never mind. Get with me. I will find out I will find out which one that he is listed as, and find out, you know, how far away or how long ago we should have posted that write up. And if it still needs to go up or it already went up already, we just need to get him a link.
Yep.
Okay.
got that.
Just remind me, Sketch. And
Yep, I
Jenner,
got
if you don't hear anything from me in like a day or so, just kick me in the shin again.
Okay. That's only the third time I've kicked you.
Okay. Skynet, I see you unmuted. What's going on?
Yeah, just to repeat what was said. So this Friday, we're going to have that PlanetSide 2 event, and it's not just any old event. So if anyone has ever played PlanetSide 2, I'm having my gaming out actually come over to Rich. Can probably play for about 3 hours, but I have about 50, a little bit under 50 people that are probably going to show up. So if you guys really want some team play and be in a well-oiled platoon, it's very much a hierarchical military type game. You want to kind of relive some of that first-person shooter in PlanetSide 2, definitely please go and sign up on Game Roster so we can get you accounted for, and I can slot you in a platoon come Friday night with some of my more experienced squad leads and commanders going out. The other thing is please, if you're going to play, download the game ahead of time and show up a little bit early so we can get your points distributed in-game for whatever, if you want to tank, fly, or whatever the case. So look forward to seeing you all there.
Skynet, what game was that again?
PlanetSide 2?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's free to play. As long as you have a machine to run it, you can play it. It's a really good squad-based game. If you've got a good crew with it, it's phenomenal. It is something else. How many people can you play in a platoon at once?
You can play 10 people in a squad, so you can play up to 40 people in a platoon. So we'll probably run 1.5 platoons.
Yeah, it's some no nonsense stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Cool, thank you.
Okay, the Raindrop, who is putting up information in chat, he is a local here in Pittsburgh. Raindrop, do you have a mic, or do you want me to just kind of riff off what we've been talking about? If you'd like to discuss what you're posting up in chat here. He's unmuted. I will let him kind of fumble. We'll let him get that fixed. All right. Anybody else while we're waiting? Go ahead and unmute your mics. Questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, call to arms, PAX West, TwitchCon, anything on your mind? Jimmy Crib.
Hey,
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, no problem.
Hey,
What's up?
Dave, you were talking earlier about doing D&D nights. If you need any help with like setting up your rig to broadcast like D20, or if you decide to do like a Ubu or something like that, I've done a couple of those broadcasts in the past for some of my buddies before. So if you need help getting that set up, I can help you out.
Hey, that one's going on
Hi,
the
Mary.
counter, Jimmy.
Life, calm it down. They can hear you on Discord on my fucking phone.
Hey, this is the Raindrop. Can you guys hear me now?
So,
There we go. Hey, Ranger.
all right, yeah, Jimmy, I'll let me get with you. Let me get with you after the fact. I have some ideas for streaming it, but if you've done it before, I'd like to get with you about some stuff.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Definitely take some notes there, Dave. I'd be interested to hear what you figured out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right,
So I
thanks,
guess I'll
Jimmy.
go ahead and give my quick spiel real quick. So Steve and I met the other day, another Pittsburgh local. My name's Rich, or I'm the Raindrop in the chat with all that lead speak stuff. A little new to Discord. Sorry about that. I feel like I'm new. So I own a company called SH Plates, and we primarily make custom steel ruck plates and wall art. I want to donate a whole slew of stuff to stack up participants that fundraise a whole bunch of stuff. And what we do is we have a customized patent process where you can go onto my site, upload anything you want, images, text, whatever, and I can make it into wall art, I can make it into patches. So two things I'm going to have going on, and Steve, I'll get with you after this. I can email it to you if it's easier, if you want to blast it out on social media or put it in a pinned post on Discord or whatever way you think is best. But two things I want to do. I want to donate a 16 by 28 piece with whatever y'all want on it. It could be a screenshot from your favorite game or whatever you come up with, to the first person to raise or donate $1,000 in the next 2 weeks. So if you make that happen, what'll happen is you'll send a screenshot to the email address. Steve will put the information out, and I'll get it shipped out to you. The other thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be donating a custom steel patch to anybody that fundraises or donates every $100. So you could donate or fundraise $200 and get two within the next 2 weeks. That is unlimited. So go crazy. You know, if you want to have 5 screenshots of your favorite game on 5 patches, go ahead and fundraise $500. And there's no strings on this. They're outright donations. I'm not charging you guys shipping, handling, or anything. I'm not going all billionaires on you guys. So just outright donations. Make it happen.
Okay, Rich, real quick, the next 2 weeks, is there any way we can push it back towards Veterans Day, or is this because you have the studio with Tech Shop?
It's the studio thing, but also I'm going to be overseas for a bit. So
okay, because our big fundraisers are happening in around November for Veterans Day. That's when our big push for fundraising is. So if there's any way you could push it to then, that would be that would be amazing. You'd have a lot more substantial support for this. But we can talk about that after this. Like, we get it figured out. See what we.
I can make you a stack of some stuff that's like pre-made with something more generic. This is that way the folks, whatever they fundraise, they could have whatever they want on it.
Because Veterans Day, if you're doing it for every 100, so the 1,000 will be a little smaller of a tight-knit community of streamers and folks cutting after it. But yeah, we can turn it into a raffle at that point. Whoever raises 1,000 gets this special thing. But we can talk about that more. Yeah, we can talk about more after this. All right. Other questions, comments, concerns? Go ahead and unmute Elvis. I see you're unmuted. What's up?
Oh, well, yeah, Elvis can go then.
He might.
Hey guys, I was just gonna let you know one thing for Cuddles. The guys from VerseCon and Star Citizen, Pyro Fork, he just recently, I got him into our Discord. So you'll be seeing him around here more often. So if you have any questions about Star Citizen, he's the guy to talk to. He's also a Navy vet, and he's the chairman of their board here locally in Austin. The other thing is, we have a hard date set up. I've already confirmed it with Cuddles, myself and Sergeant Wobble. We're not sure about Devlin, but we're trying to get a couple of others. We're doing a charity stream on September 2nd. It is a 12-hour stream for Stack Up, and it's an all-Marine stream team.
There's going to be a lot of dick jokes.
Yeah, well, not just that, but that's a September 2nd. Is it? I guess if anything, get with Cuddles. Make sure he has your team set up on Tiltify, all that good stuff. I mean, this is. Yeah, I was gonna say
on it, so we're good.
Yeah, I was gonna say this isn't your first rodeo at this point, so. Well, that's awesome. Thank you for letting us know about that. Make sure you September 2nd, like in a week and a half, while we're all at PAX.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we will have to leave enough in the way of marching orders, so we still get your stuff out. We're still promoting it while it's out there. So. Okay. Wobble, was that what you were going to talk about there?
No, actually, so I talked to Elvis about this already, but I was able to secure a few Xbox One X's, and this may be something that you guys have in the works already.
What?
But I know what. But I wanted to donate and, have like I don't know whenever it's obviously going to be when the Xbox One X comes out. But I would like to hold a charity stream and then hopefully raise enough money, and everybody that, I don't know how we can do it. Everybody that donates get an entry, or I don't know how that works yet. This is my first rodeo so to speak. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I'll be donating one to Stack Up, and then, we can go from there.
All right. First off, I don't know what truck those fell off the back of. Were these pre-orders that you just happened to picked up a bunch of pre-orders, or what's the story there?
Well, yeah. Well, of course, it's pre-orders, obviously, okay. But, they sold out extremely quick.
Yes, they did.
And I was able to get a few of them. So, like I said, I do want to donate one. And, that's one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys all about today.
Okay, when does that come out? I imagine early November.
Yeah, November 11th, I think.
Veterans Day.
No, it can't be. It's around then. 7th.
All right, that is absolutely perfect then, because you'll have that in hand. Dangle that in front of every streamer, every person who donates, everybody who gets after it for Veterans Day weekend. We can literally turn that into it, or we can do it for the entire month of November too. Because there's the primary weekend, and then there's the makeup weekend the following weekend. We can dangle that as a reward, like, hey, one lucky donor across every streamer has the chance, like, and we do stuff like that anyway, but this is definitely one of these, like, hey, if we don't have to pay for it, that's awesome. So thank you for your donation, future donation. And I think we can definitely that would be a Sketch promotion thing that we can get done there. But Sketch, I would set up a call with Wobble and get that figured out for Veterans Day weekend. I think we could have some fun with that.
Cool. All right. Well, that's all I got to say. Thanks for your time, guys.
Absolutely. Thanks, Wobble. Appreciate it. I don't see any other unmuted mics, so are we good to go? I think we're good. IMTK, what's up? You have unmuted.
Yeah, two things. I had mentioned it before I joined in on the stream in the general chat. For anyone who's been kind of following the stuff I've had going on recently, things are starting to look up. I have a almost 100% positive confirmation that next rank is there. Still waiting on the official word on that. I know a couple people have reached out to me through DMs. Another thing I got question really is here in Tampa, we have a lot of smaller local conventions kind of come through. We got a MegaCon coming up next month. Who is it that I would, if I wanted to do, you guys have general contacts for these things, or like how do we go about trying to get involved in the more local, smaller, less gaming, more anime comic style conventions?
Stephanie, if you would.
I have to unmute myself.
There you go.
Here I am. I'm talking and nothing's happened. Well, get me some contact information and I can reach out to them. See if we can't arrange for a booth or at least a badge at the very least. Yeah.
All right. Search. My wife happened to show me MegaCon's coming up. I think it's like the 27th or something of September, 29th, last weekend in September. I know that I'm probably going to be busy since if that official rank does come down, I'll have a 6-week class that I'll have to attend to get that on. But my wife's kind of raising her hand over here, volunteering to help with that. So,
I have no life other than the 3-year-old sleep in his bedroom. I can do whatever the heck I need to do.
But
good attitude. Huzzah.
I'll get some information about the people running it and shoot that over to you.
Okay, great.
Oh, I muted myself. It is probably a little late to be doing anything booth-wise, depending on the size of these. Booths and booth spaces, exhibitor information, exhibitor badges, all that stuff usually gets figured out a couple months in advance for planning purposes, depending on the size of the event. If this is like one of these like 1,000-person conventions, we might be able to pull something off a month. You said September 25th?
29th.
And what's it called? MegaCon?
MegaCon.
I mean, yeah, we can work with you to see what. Bottom line is, if you talk to them or you find a point of contact or something like that, and then we can kind of step in and help kind of facilitate a conversation by, showing off our 990 information, our 501c3 paperwork, showing them that we're a real organization and you're not just trying to get a free badge. And then we can go from there. But again, the initial homework, and I would imagine Steph will probably tell you the same thing, is you find the targets that we can kind of soften for you. And then as soon as we kind of let them know, like, hey, we're the real deal, we'll hand it right back off to you, and then you can take over the relationship from there. Because we have a bunch of these small, like the larger conventions, we absolutely take all the, like, we have to be on those. But Christ, there isn't a weekend that goes by that the convention somewhere in this great country, multiple conventions, super mega awesome con, Phoenix, Buffalo, whatever. There's always a convention going on. So if we had to facilitate communications with each and every one of them, it would be quite time consuming for Steph and whoever would be helping her with that. So that seems to be, Steph, any issues with what I just said there? I'm trying to think of
No, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, I was like, yeah, but anywho, let's get with her after this is over. Send her an email and let's see what we can do to help.
Roger that, and that's actually good information because I know we have Comic Con comes to Tampa Bay every year about a week or so after the big San Diego Comic Con. So that one I know is one of the bigger ones. So now I know kind of how the process works, and I can start attacking.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. And again, if you need any help, any questions, Steph's the guy to get with. Okay, it is 8:45. Let's do one more. If anybody has any questions, concerns, suggestions, thoughts, wishes, well wishes, anything you got, go ahead and unmute. Let us know. And if not, we will go ahead and get into a raid and get everybody out. Get everybody in red shirts for Dauntless.
Hey, Shanghai.
Yeah. Hey, Gonzo. Woo, Echo.
Oh, sorry. Mixer.
There we go.
Sending you a reminder also through a game case for Twitch stream team invites for those who stream on the channel.
Yes. Actually, Cuddles, weren't you supposed to go? I remember having this conversation, and I was on Twitch, and then we suddenly forgot about it. So if they're
we got you Friday during the staff meeting if you can. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a list for you, and Friday during staff meeting we'll make sure it happens.
Yeah, please do. I don't want to forget again.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, we'll get you in there. No, yep, too easy. Thanks, Gabe. All right. On that note, it's Lauren, Miss Pink. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, real quick. On the note with the Comic Cons, some of you guys know that I go to a lot of them. And I have connections at several conventions around the U.S. So if you guys have some of the bigger name ones or even some of the smaller name ones that you guys are interested in going to, just either like hit 70 up and then 70 can reach out to me, or you can reach out to me or whatever, and I can work some of my connections and see. I know that there is a big one coming up in Rhode Island in second weekend of November, I think. It might be Veterans Weekend, but they have some pretty big name guests that are going to that. So if there's anyone in the area that wants to go, that might be a decent one for us to put a name out there, especially on the weekend that it is. So just a heads up. But yeah, hit me up if you guys have any Comic-Con related questions or anything like that. So.
Okay, thank you very much, Lauren. Certainly appreciate it. Gabe, you had one? You wanted to follow up?
Yes. Speaking of Comic-Con, so for those of us that aren't like staff and stuff, like let's say, like I live in the Central Jersey area, so I'm within striking distance of New York, Philly, Baltimore, and DC. If I just go as an attendee to like the Philly Comic-Con, obviously I feel like I would wear my Stack Up shirt. But like, do we have booths at all the Comic-Cons, or is it just like the major ones?
Oh, good Lord, no. This last booth that we had at San Diego Comic-Con was a fluke by all intents and purposes. We had that worked out for us by 6 Foot, which is an organization that owed us a favor. And instead of cutting us a check, they said, well, how about we do an aerosol to San Diego Comic-Con? And at first we were kind of like, all right, I guess we'll see. It's not exactly game related, but let's see how it goes. And it turned out to be this amazing experience for everybody involved. So we're definitely going to be looking at more Comic-Cons in the future, but it would primarily, we have a pretty busy schedule as it is. So it would primarily be for the main teams. It would be like San Diego and New York, I think at best. So for now, but that said, if we have a strong team, and this is a big part of it, this is why the teams are so important at places. If we have a strong team somewhere and you've got like 20 people or 15 people and you're all just looking like, hey, there's a local convention, we want to get a booth, we want to run a booth, we want to do a whole thing, that's something totally different we can work with you on. If it's just 1 or 2 people and be like, all right, well, we can still figure something out, but it's not going to be nearly as comprehensive, obviously. And it also, is it worth is it like 1,000-person convention, or is this like a serious, no, this is a real branded Comic-Con event? Like, yeah, if I had $1 million every Comic-Con, that would be physically impossible to do all that. Clue. Like, it's literally there is literally one every weekend if you look, I'm sure.
Gotcha.
So, but anyway, yeah, but again, it's a case-by-case basis. If you have something really, if you got an idea or a plan or something, like, get with us. We can work with you to figure it out. We'll let you know. That's really what it comes down to.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, it's raid time. All right, for those of you who might be new, this is a part where we call it a day for our meeting, but we go spread some love to some of our allied streamers on Twitch. This week, Ice Prime we did see how 2 weeks ago, nerd. I saw somebody. Was that? Wait, it's Game Case. Bria Lee. And no.
Yeah, that could go either way. I just wanted to toss it.
Yeah, let's hold off on that. I mean,
all right, let me keep on doing the thing.
Yeah, if she's not responding to you, then let's not. Yeah. But Ice Prime is somebody we've worked with in the past. He's raised money for us. He is an ally of ours. It is currently 8:49, 8:50, just turned over. At 8:52, we're going to raid his channel. Everybody head over there. Don't say anything until we launch. Until I launch, I will be the wait for my flare gun to go up. As soon as you see me go red shirt raid or whatever I decide to slap in there, probably just be red shirt raid. That is your cue to use all of your emotes for stack up, all of your loud noises and make a bunch of noise. Don't use too many of the same emotes or, capital letters so it doesn't, Nightbot spam you or anything like that. Bottom line, we just say, hey, we tell him we love him. Let him know we're thinking of him, get his numbers up a little bit, get a little spike in his traffic, get a couple of new follows or anybody interested in helping out. And then we just bust out, and that's the end of the evening. It's just a real quick thanks for helping out, and there you go. Give him the giant bong rips. I disagree. Yeah, obviously his stream's a little weed related, but there's some of his, but he's helped us out. So one of those things like, you go to war with the army you got, right? He's in Colorado. Well, there you go. Hey, don't hate. No, he's also ex-military, so I mean it's legal. This raid won't be the only time of his day. All right, it's 8:51. Everybody stand by for drop. Red? No, not red shit raiders. That's no good. Let's not do that.
I like it. Hashtag it.
Yeah, I'm sure the other side might have that one. I was going to say, I'm sure the other side's figured that one out already. There you go. Toss my little brand in there. Boop. Yeah, pretty cool. I like my little. All right, it's 8:52. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get him. Alrighty, I don't know if it's not letting me. He's getting there. He's getting there. Wow, Steve.
Did he say stack up shenanigans instead of Shanghai 6?
Well, no, let's stack up shenanigans, but I've heard that before. It is not the first.
That's great.
That is not the first time I heard that.
That's great.
His stream blocks verified Twitter users, Steve, just so you know. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate the heads up, nerd. Man, those fucking misfits are all over me. God. Like mosquitoes just buzzing around my head.
It's misfit love.
Wow, Steve. You can't even appreciate it. Wow, Steve. Just wow, Steve.
Wow, Steve. Okay.
You should have been on TeamSpeak last night, man. We were dying.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Certainly appreciate it. Let's head on over to...
See you guys in Dauntless.
Yep, head over to Red Shirt Raiders. Let's get some Dauntless going.